Okay, so here are the Blackboard pictures from adjective clauses and the reduction that we did today. So just thought I'd go through these one more time with you, if you'd like. All right, so we had those restrictive clauses, and then we also had the ones over here that were non-restrictive. So those were new terms for you. You were used to using the word essential, right, and non-essential. So it means exactly the same thing. I don't know why in English grammar we have to have so many words that mean the same thing, but those two do. Okay. So remember that the first thing you want to do when you're looking at the rules of reduction is identify where in your sentence the adjective clause is. Okay, that's the first task. Okay, so if we look back at this one we looked at in class, we identify where it is. Okay, and then we just need to look at the structure of this adjective clause. Okay, what is happening here and here? Okay. And if this relative pronoun is functioning as the subject in the clause, then we can reduce. Okay. The rules of reduction are here. So we take out the relative pronoun, we take out the be verb, and then we just leave the rest of it. And you're done. Okay. If you have something that is not a be verb, okay, the rules are a little bit different. Same thing. So you want to identify where the clause is, determine that this is the subject of the clause, okay, and then, yep, we can reduce. Reduce the relative pronoun. Look at the next verb. It's not the be verb this time. So we change it to ing, and then we leave the rest. What are we going to do with this one? Reduction with the be verb and other verbs is what we looked at today. But what if you have this? The woman who had gone to the market disappeared. There's your adjective clause. So can you think how you would reduce that? Okay, we know that this is functioning as the subject. What does that look like for you? Are you thinking? Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay. So if you reduce that, look at the next verb. It's had. This changes to having, and then you leave the rest. The woman having gone to the market disappeared. Let's do the same down here. The program, which had been under scrutiny recently, was cancelled. Scrutiny here means looking at the details of a program, and maybe deciding, well, maybe not deciding. Let's say you're kind of when something's under scrutiny, you're looking very closely at something, and usually it's because you want to determine well, in this case you would want to determine whether the program is a good program or not a good program. Anyway, that's just a little vocab for you. Let's go back to the grammar. Okay, here's our relative pronoun. Okay, it's functioning as the subject, so we remove it, we reduce it. Okay, we look at the next one. It's had. Having been, and you keep the rest of it. This one's having gone, and you keep the rest of it. So just as a final review, Okay, what you need to do is identify the clause in the sentence. So put your brackets like this around the clause in the sentence. Look carefully at the relative pronoun. Those are the words that are like who, that, which. Okay, sometimes you have whom. Other possibilities are where and when. Okay, but these ones we can't reduce. Okay, so these are the common ones you're going to be looking at. Who, that, which. Okay, so look at the relative pronoun. Okay, is it functioning as the subject in that clause? If the answer is yes, then you can reduce it. Okay, so you reduce the relative pronoun. Look at the next verb. If it's the be verb, reduce the be verb. Okay, if it's a different verb, change that verb to ing. Okay, all right, so I'll give you some extra practice to do on that, but that's most of what you need to know for reducing adjective clauses. See you in class.